like I stated earlier, I'm going to be bringing my post-game recaps to you all. Video that you get on Monday, but I'm going to be doing it live right after the game. This way that you guys get my raw reaction and my real feelings and emotions and all that good stuff. And I can interact with you guys. So, it's a nice mixture of sad, a nice mixture of angry. Um, I really don't know what's worse sometimes. Um, being blown out or losing the way that we did. Because the Jaguars could have easily won this football game. The Jaguars easily could have won this football game. Yes, the defense and the offensive line. The offensive line had really shocked me. That last play especially, Cam Robinson, there's no excuse for that. Jawan Taylor was replaced late in the game by Walker Little. Ben Barch needs to be benched immediately. I would be floored and pissed if he's starting next week, because there's no reason why he should be starting next week. It should absolutely be Tyler Shatley or the dude that they traded with Green Bay for. I can't remember his name. I don't really care what his name is, but he can't be any worse than what happened today with Ben Barch. Jonathan Allen abused him. And I get it. Jonathan Allen's a really good player. I get it. I really, really do. But Jonathan Allen was hurt in fourth quarter when the game mattered. In fact, there was 3 Washington defensive linemen that went down. Chase Young did not play in this game. There was no reason why Trevor should have been harassed and had no time in the pocket as much as he was. It was a disgrace. It was a complete and total disgrace. I guess if you want to look at some positives, I'll get into this before I run this whole game into the ground. I was wrong about the first overall pick. I'm just going to say it. I don't know what Aiden Hutchinson did today. I don't really care what Aiden Hutchinson did today. Trayvon Walker's a good football player. Trayvon Walker made plays today. More plays than Josh Allen. More plays than pretty much anyone else on defense. Although Tyson Campbell had the one really nice pick. But then when it really mattered, he let a rookie, he went back to his old ways where he wasn't turning his head around. Perfect position, but wasn't turning around and looking for the ball. And that's ultimately what burned us in the end. But Trayvon Walker is the guy. Trayvon Walker is going to be a really good football player for the Jaguars for many, many years. His sack that he had, that flawless look pass rush that he had, totally burned the right tackle, blew Carson Wentz up in the backfield. Just excellent. You love to see it. You love to see it. Everything else I didn't love to see. Now, Devin Lloyd, I get it. He didn't have a whole lot of time to really prepare. Yeah, Griffin did let up the big touchdown, but the one to Jahad Dotson at the very end on the 3rd and 8 when the Jags did an all-out blitz, that was Tyson Campbell let that up. But you are correct. Yeah, on the series before that, Jahad Dotson totally just see ya, goodbye, Shaq Griffin, see you later. Inexcusable. At least Tyson Campbell was in position. It's just the stuff that we saw last year. Couldn't do this at the right time. Couldn't get his head around. And yeah, I did drink this whole bottle of Dr. Pepper because I don't drink alcohol, so I got to drink something to drink my sorrows away. Defense was not what I thought it would be, although I did have worries that it would take a while because there are so many new pieces We do have a first-time, a rookie defensive coordinator. I was worried that the Jags would take some time to ultimately gel as a group and ultimately show the potential that we thought they had. Devin Lloyd definitely is going to need some more time. The defense was definitely better when Chad Muma was out there. But I think the time with Devin Lloyd will come. Might take a few weeks because, again, he didn't have any real time in training camp, and he really didn't play any preseason games. So let's go through this thing. I didn't write anything down. I never do. I always just kind of hit record, hit play, and just talk. So let's talk. First quarter, riddled. First half, really. But the first quarter, riddled with mistakes. Charlie Boy, I was just about to get into our beloved quarterback, who I still love. Travis Etienne was wide open on the first drive. The Jaguars should have gone up 7-0 immediately. I think if they had, it would have been a big momentum shift. I think Trevor missing Etienne in the end zone. But again, who knows? Maybe if Trevor hit him, maybe Etienne would have dropped it, because apparently Travis Etienne can't catch anything. Apparently not, because next time the Jags were down in the red zone, wide open, easy walk-in touchdown. Drops it on a play-action pass. And then our kicker, I think the reason... No, I'm sorry. The possession before that is when the kicker misses a 30-some yard, 20-some yard chip shot. The kicker that I can't even remember the dude's name, who isn't McCourt, who was perfect throughout the preseason and the training days with Atlanta. We cut that guy for this dude, but yet he misses the chip shot field goal, which ultimately really cost us. That would have been a big turning point. And then the next time we were down there, Doug Peterson decided to go for it because he didn't trust the kicker, and went for 2 on that one possession after James Robinson scored a touchdown, probably because he didn't trust the kicker. So how many points did the kicker cost us? Kicking problems continue to screw this franchise over again and again and again and again and again. Also, I was not very impressed with Foye Oluokun. I know that's kind of out of nowhere, but it just popped into my head. Wasn't entirely impressed with him. Kalen Chason continues to be completely irrelevant, non-existent. Didn't hear a whole lot from Josh Allen. That kind of was disappointing. He did force the fumble in the second quarter that Rayshon Jenkins ended up recovering. But Arden Key, who was dominant in every preseason game we played, nowhere to be found. I'm pretty sure. No. So on the one 2-point conversion that Washington did go for, Devin Lloyd did get a sack there. But outside of Trayvon Walker's sack in the third quarter, Carson Wentz, no problem. No problem at all. Was able to sit back, do whatever he wanted to do. And I'm telling you guys, this is not good. Yeah, Oluokun was a little bit disappointing. Yes, he was, for sure. Now, again, like I said before, because there are so many new pieces to this team, especially on defense, and because, like I said, we do have a rookie defensive coordinator, could this take time to really gel and for this team to reach its potential as a defense? Yes. Yes, absolutely. However, some of the stuff, like Jahad Dotson had 3 touchdowns today? I mean, he tore us up. A rookie tearing up veteran corners. And while for the most part, Or no, maybe he only had 2. Whatever. Terry McLaurin was, for the most part, outside the one big left check. But although the Jags didn't allow a whole lot down the field outside of those 2 plays, which I know are obviously like the most important, Carson Wentz was able to just tear us up in the middle. Well, that's what the reamped linebacking core is supposed to do, right? That's what I thought. The reamped linebacking core is supposed to make it so teams aren't able to run the ball against us like they've been able to in the past 2-3 years. And the short intermediate stuff, the speed and linebacker would eliminate most of that. Poor tackling, piss poor tackling, just inexcusable. Inexcusable. And when it mattered most, that last drive that Washington was on, when it mattered the most, Washington ran it down our throats and we couldn't stop it. We spent all this money on Aluakon, Fadukasi, spent the first overall pick on Trayvon Walker, who had a good game. I'm not, whatever. Josh Allen, where he at? Dwan Smoot, Devin Lloyd, Chad Muma, whoever. All these new pieces. We finally got Andre Sisco on the field. After complaining and complaining and complaining all year last year, we finally got Andre Sisco on the field. And when it mattered the most, teams were still able to just run the ball down our throat. Didn't matter. And that's ultimately what won the game for Washington. I will say Trevor did have a nice deep ball connection with Christian Kirk in the third quarter, I believe it was. That was a good play. James Robinson, listen, I'm only going to say this once. Pay him now. Pay him right now. I want to wake up tomorrow morning with a notification on my phone from Twitter saying we have re-signed James Robinson to a 4-year whatever he wants. Give him a blank check and a pen and say, here, Mr. Robinson, write down some numbers. It's yours, my friend. Hasn't played football in how long? Coming off a torn Achilles, and he's out there doing that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He's the best player on this football team. Offense, defense, I don't care. Until Trevor Lawrence gets it together, really, James Robinson's the best player on this team. Just tired of the hold on. Just tired of the sayings, we are young, or we just need to gel together because there are new pieces. Every team goes through changes in the offseason, so managed to beat us. Yeah, I agree with that. I know. I agree with that. Well, here's the thing with James Robinson. ETN's obviously faster, and ETN does have more potential to hit that home run play, that big run. Yeah, ETN is more likely to do that. But James Robinson, how many times, ask yourself, how many times do you see a negative play with James Robinson? How often is it? When he runs the ball, usually a bad play for him is just he at least will get back to the line. He's always falling forward. There's always some kind of progression, some kind of gain from all of his runs. James Robinson is the kind of player that we need. If every player on this football team was as good at their position as Logan Cook is at his and James Robinson is at his, the Jaguars will go 14-2. Jaguars will go to the Super Bowl. And that's the God's honest. James Robinson is a fantastic football player. And I guess if there's any positives to take out of this game at all, Trayvon Walker shut my mouth about it. Trayvon Walker made plays today. Trayvon Walker's going to be a really good football player for us for a long time. Awesome. I love it. I love that I was wrong. I love it. James Robinson is a beast, and the Jaguars need to keep him long term. Also, I know I ragged on Travis Etienne a little bit earlier. about his drops or whatever, but he still showed a lot today too. And I know, like, some of you might say you hate to hear this. I hate it too. Believe me, it drives me crazy. I hate it. I hate saying this, but a lot of new pieces. We are a young team in the first game. And I'm not saying that to say, hey, guys, we're still going to win 10, 11 games. I'm not saying that. But I do think that we are going to be... More games are going to be like this than us getting blown out. Like, do you remember the first game of last year where we just got demolished by Houston? Well, we were in this game. Like, 24-3 going into halftime, and what happened today. It's heartbreaking what happened today, especially when they were up 22-14. I really, really thought that they were going to win this football game. I really thought they were. And then the football god said no. So I missed the comment. I'll go back and look at it. Keep J-Rob at all costs. Vision is literally like staring at the Mona Lisa. Simply art. Always gets positive yards. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. The Jaguars definitely need to keep him, and I think they will. Trent Baalke would really have to be stupid to not re-sign him. He's the best player on the offense, at least. I think the whole team, but at least, definitely for sure on offense, he's the best player for sure. So another frustrating. Sometimes it feels like it'll never change, man. Like the more things change, the more they stay the same. We lose and lose and lose, but I don't know. I'm hoping we do have the Colts in Jacksonville next week, and that's supposed to be the one game that we can't lose. So hopefully we'll pick up that W. But then after that, you guys, you're right. Yes, you are right. Austin Curley, you are correct. We did not deserve to win the game. Had the Jaguars had they been able to capitalize on the gifts that were given to them in the first half, the Jaguars probably could have won this game by double-digit points. If Trevor had hit ETN, of course, I want the win too. But if Trevor had hit ETN, and if ETN had caught the ball on the other one, and if the kicker could make, the 3-yard kick or the 32-yard kick, whatever, we might be singing a different tune. But I don't know. I do trust Doug Peterson to get things right. No, don't regret it, Charlie boy. Listen, I wish I could go to a Jags home game. Financially, I don't know if I'll be able to this year, but living in New Jersey, I've only been to a handful of Jaguar home games. So anytime, and listen, especially since our favorite owner likes to take away home games and put them over in London. Anytime you fans in Jacksonville get a chance to go to the bank, man. Because I can tell you, every time that I've been, it's been even. I went during COVID when the Titans blew us out in 2020, and it was still an amazing experience just to be in the stadium. I love every second of it. But I understand. Believe me, I understand that feeling of like, oh God, here we go again. Like I can't deal with it. Yes, you are right. Good teams do capitalize on good execution. Yep, and I don't believe. So after Josh Allen forced the fumble that Rayshon Jenkins recovered, I don't think we got any points on. That's right, because that was the possession that the kicker missed the chip shot field goal. And that's the kind of stuff. But back to your point, when Trayvon Walker had that incredible interception, I have never seen a defensive end, especially not for the Jaguars, make a play like that. I mean, that was incredible. For him to make a play like that, and then, the next play or 2 plays later, James Robinson's running it in. I mean, that's how teams win. You win the turnover battle, which we did still. We still won it 3-1, and their one turnover was a, whatever at the end. So we still won the turnover battle, but we still lost. And a lot of the reasons why we lost, a lot of it is fixable, correctable mistakes, I believe. I think Doug Peterson has the wherewithal to fix them. And again, I'm not trying to come on here and be rah-rah hype man, because I'm upset, I'm sad, I'm angry, and this is going to screw with me for the next couple days. But football's here. And the emotions are here. And you know what? The fact that I'm on here and I care enough to talk for 21 minutes straight and rant about this football team after what they just did to my heart and my mind and mental status shows I still love them, man. And I know all of you guys love them too. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you guys like the live streams. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. I mean, the Jaguars last year, they were down 14-3. Over. Turn it off. It's done. There's not even a chance that we come back and win that game. But yeah, Jaguar football is back, which means everyone's either angry or sad, a little bit of both. But you know what? The happiness will come back probably around Thursday night, Friday morning, when we realize that there's another one right around the corner. It's the home opener. I wish I could be there. For you fans who live in Jacksonville, go there, definitely. Wear your teal jerseys, wear your Trevor Lawrence jerseys, wear your Trayvon Walker jerseys. Be loud, scream obscenities at the Colts. Just do your thing, man. Go Jags. I hope the Titans are losing. I don't even know if they're playing right now. I hope they're losing. I hope the Giants win. Duval till we die, man. Have a good one, you guys.